Hi everyone, I am Priyanka Pathak and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in this video, I'll be talking about how to address a professional gathering and also about presentation skills. So, do you maintain professionalism in your workplace, in any teamwork or in any kind of gathering? Okay, I'm pretty sure that you must be confused what this professionalism is. Is it related to any kind of behavior or it's related to any kind of profession? So, let's explore what this professionalism is. Professionalism is a set of values or behaviors or how you present yourself to others. So when you present yourself professionally to others, it represents more of your personal brand. And this professionalism includes the way you communicate with others, the way you respect others, the way you groomed yourself, how well-mannered you are, the way how you value the time. So all this goes with your professionalism. And you see, professionalism is not the job you do, it's how you do the job. So here are some of the rules or some of the tips to maintain while addressing a professional gathering. So while you address in any type of gathering, you need to keep in mind about this point. Number 1, be on time. Make sure that you are on time, you arrive on time. Yeah, it's not always easy to arrive on time, but make sure you can do that. Like when you arrive late on in any type of gathering, it shows that you are disrespecting or you are inconsiderate of other person's time. So when you arrive on time, it shows that you value others as well as your own time. So make sure that be on time. Number 2, sit appropriately. If it's a sitting arrangement, if there is a sitting arrangement in the gathering, make sure that you adjust your chair properly before the beginning of the meeting and all or the function. So you make sure that you adjust your chair and make sure you are at the equal height with everyone else, because some person don't adjust their chair and end up being the disturbing person in that gathering. 3, make introduction. When everyone in the midst doesn't know each other, so you can make introduction, you can introduce yourself, like you can say like good morning, hi, how are you, or even a smile or a nod is enough. And while introducing yourself, just stand and introduce, because that's the most polite and most professional behavior. Introducing yourself, don't speak unnecessarily, because that shows how unprofessional you are. So direct and usually higher ranking professionals offers their hands first to shake, but if they don't, you can still offer yours. So number 4, be concise. Have you ever wanted to stop a guy because who speaks unnecessarily and doesn't come to point? Don't be that guy. Don't speak unnecessary things in any type of gathering. Directly come to the point, directly ask the questions and make your give the information only which makes sense, and try to avoid speaking or talking unnecessarily. Number 5, avoid gossipers. Gossiping is the most unprofessional behavior in any type of gathering. Try to avoid the gossipers and don't show any non-verbal cues that you are interested in them. Rather, try to say something positive and move aside. Number 6, communication is the key. Communication is the most important part in any type of gathering. So be concise, be thoughtful of what you are speaking or to whom you are speaking, because it's sometimes not what you say, it's like how you say to someone. So give respect and be polite to everyone, to all the people around you. And number 7, keep your phone aside. Like we all have that bad habit of scrolling our phone and checking our phone every now and then. That behavior is unprofessional in any type of gathering, because some people may get distracted by this type of behavior, or this shows that you are not interested in that gathering. So try to keep your phone aside, keep it in silent, or take only the important and necessary calls. Number 8, personal appearance. Studies have shown that the first thing people notice in you is your personal appearance. It has a primary influence on your impression. Like it's not like that you need to wear a lot of makeup or you need to wear only branded clothes. It's not like that. Try to be appropriately groomed, like wear clean and neat clothes, and make sure your hairs are tidy, your clothes are clean, and be groomed, be appropriately groomed. Imagine a situation You are at the point in your college, university, or any workplace where your professor or your boss has asked you to give a good presentation on a particular topic in front of a group of people, and that's in a very short while. So, what will be your feelings? Will you feel nervous, anxious, threatened, or challenged? So, these are some of the reactions we feel by hearing the name of the presentation. So, why does this happen? Because of the lack of good presentation skills. So, in this video, we will be exploring about what these presentation skills are. So what is this presentation skills? Let's explore. So presentation skills are a set of abilities that allows us to interact with our audience, to transmit our message with clarity, to engage the audience in our presentation, and to know the mindset of our audience. So for an effective presentation, we need to keep in mind about the 4 P's: plan, prepare, practice, and present. So these are the 4 P's which are very important for making a good presentation. So like first comes the plan. Planning is the most important part in any type of event. Like planning makes everything success. So in the planning part, we need to plan our topic. What will be our topic? What will be our purpose of the presentation? How much time we will get? What is the time limit? And who will be our audience? Do they have sufficient knowledge? Do they have sufficient knowledge about the topic of our presentation? What are the points you want your audience to take away from your presentation? So first you need to plan all this. Then comes the next step of preparation. For this preparation, first we need to structure our presentation. So always keep in mind our presentation is divided into 3 parts: the introduction, the main theme or the main body, then the conclusion. So introduction is the main period, is the main time of the presentation, because it's the time when we can grab the attention of our audience and we can take our audience in our arm. Like include some humor, some suspenseful story, some interesting information, some question in the introduction, so that we can grab the attention of our audience. And then comes the main body. So main body is the main part of the presentation. It contains all the necessary information, our purpose of our presentation. So it needs to be well structured. All the points should be clear, and it need to be concise. Then comes the conclusion. So there are some people who have a good intro, who have a good well structured body, but at the time of conclusion they just have a bad ending, and it hinders our overall presentation. So we need to keep in mind at the time of conclusion you need to summarize all the key points, and there should be a thought-provoking takeaway from your presentation. Leave your audience with something to think about from after your presentation. And after structuring your presentation, you also need to keep in mind about the structuring of our visual aids. So in this visual aids, first we need to visual aids is word including, because it reinforces our key messages. And so the slides should not be overflow. It should not look like a manuscript, because slides are just to assist your speech. So it needs to be contain only little information, only the key points, so that you can explain it better, because all the people can't do multitasking. They can't read at the same time from your slides and also can hear what you are speaking. So try to include as much as little point in your slides. Then you can also include pictures, because images can speak more than 1,000 words. So images are so powerful, they can attract the attention of your audience. And don't rush through your slides. Let them breathe, let your audience breathe, and let your audience understand and digest each slide. So don't rush. So these are about the visual aids. And after visual aids, after structuring our presentation, you also need to structure yourself for the presentation. So first you need to work on your voice, right? you need to work on your voice modulation, you need to work on your pace. Your pace should be normal so that everyone can understand what you are speaking. So your voice needs to be clear, your tone needs to be, there should be a good tone, and your voice should be clear and audible to every person, like the person sitting in the front row and also the person sitting in the back row. So it needs to be clear and audible to every person. So after working on your voice, you also need to work on your physical appearance. It's not that you need to put a lot of makeup and you need to wear tie and suit. It's not like that. But while you were presenting, you were representing some organization, or you were representing you yourself. So you are at the front. So visual impact is also important as your verbal impact. So be appropriately groomed, wear nice clothes, be neat and tidy, and also remove the gloominess, tiredness, nervousness from your face, and try to include a smile and look confident and look relaxed while speaking. And also about your body movements, don't stand still while presenting. Have a movement of your body, use your hand gestures, use some good postures like stand straight and your face should be upright, don't look downwards. And you need to use your hands also during this presentation. Like, don't stand still, don't act like you were nervous or you were tired or you were anxious. Try to look relaxed, try to look. And also you need to prepare questions. So during your presentations, there may be some questions, your audience may ask you some questions. So structure an idea in your mind, like what type of questions my audience will be asking from my presentation. So like you can prepare a set of like 10 to 15 questions for these types of questions. So you don't need to be answer like I don't know. You can say like I don't know, but can you leave me your mail ID so that I can get back to you, I will search for you. So there are a number of standard replies and give a satisfactory reply to them. Like, don't stress out and don't feel nervous or something while you don't know the answer. So these are about the preparation. So if you plan and prepare and directly go to the presentation, I am pretty sure you will lose everything in the middle. So you also need to practice it well. Practice make everything perfection. So first you need to practice in a situation, in a place which gives you the actual vibe as your presentation space. Like if you are going to present in an open space, try to find an open space in your room and try to present there. And also now, because of this online setting, we are presenting in front of our laptop, so you can also practice in front of your laptop. And a pro tip, record yourself while practicing. So try to practice your presentation in front of a people, because while practicing in front of a people, it could decrease your nervousness, your tensions, and it can build a sense of confidence in you. So try to practice in front of your people, for like the people whom you feel comfortable with, and try to collect the feedbacks from them. And avoid procrastination. Like, don't keep the practice session before the night of your presentation day, because it might hinder the ability to present you the next day. Try to practice it before a week or before 10 days of your presentation day, so that you can practice it well and it will be perfect. And time management is an important thing of the presentation, because there are some people which exceeds the time limit, and there are also people who don't even cross 3 or 4 minutes. They just add it up. Don't act like that. If set a goal, set a time, and try to practice it within the time, so that it makes you perfect while your presentation day. So after this practice session, there comes the main day, that's the presentation day. So first, make a good first introduction of yourself. Let your audience know who you actually are, and first impression is the last impression, so try to make a good first impression. And second, use the classic trick of grabbing the attention of your audience by your introduction. Try to bring your audience into your arms. And number 3, put a smile, be confident, try to contain no more than 10 to 15 slides and take no more than 20 minutes. If you are taking more than 20 minutes, try to give a break in the between. And use your body, use a good facial expression should be there. Don't look nervous or stressed. Put a smile and have a good eye contact with your audience, and manage the time. And you can also use prompts like small scripts, small sheets, so that it can so you can handle, or it can assist you throughout your presentation. And don't apologize in between the presentation. Don't say sorry. So lastly, keep in mind, avoid stress. If you feel stressed before your presentation, try to practice some relaxing breathing technique. It definitely works. Then practice effectively, develop your own self, like be the own version of you. Be creative and don't copy from others. Be positive throughout your presentation, and be clear about your purpose and effectively. And so these are some of the ingredients of a good presentation skills. I hope this video will help you to make a good presentation next time. And thank you so much for listening.